Did you know that most of the world's beef and milk comes from just a handful of cattle breeds? Holstein, Angus, Hereford. But hidden across farms, mountains, islands, and even the Arctic are ancient cattle breeds that once fed entire communities, and today many of them are close to disappearing forever. And when a cattle breed disappears, we don't just lose an animal, we lose generations of survival traits. We lose climate adaptation, we lose genetic diversity that could protect farming in the future. Today we're exploring 10 rare and forgotten cattle breeds the world is quietly losing, and why their genetics matter more than ever. Let's begin in Ireland. The Kerry is one of Europe's oldest dairy breeds. Small, solid black, tough. For over 1,000 years, these cattle survived on Ireland's rough, wet pastures. They didn't need rich grain or perfect conditions. They produced high butterfat milk from simple grass. That kind of efficiency is rare today. Modern dairy cows are high producers, but they often require high inputs. The Kerry represents something different: resilience and efficiency on low-quality forage. And that genetic ability could be incredibly valuable in a future with rising feed costs. Now let's travel back to 1624. That's when Devon cattle arrived in North America with early English settlers. From those animals came the American milking Devon, one of America's true foundation breeds. These cattle were triple-purpose: milk, meat, and even draft power. They helped build early American agriculture. Today, they're rare, but they carry colonial-era genetics: strong feet, balanced production, and the ability to thrive on pasture alone. That kind of versatility is becoming rare in modern breeding programs. Staying in America, we find one of the rarest cattle breeds in the country, the Randall Lineback, recognized by their striking stripe along the back. These cattle come from old New England farm stock. For decades, they survived only because one family kept a small, closed herd. Think about that. One herd standing between survival and extinction. Randalls are hardy, calm, and efficient grazers, traits common in early American cattle, but less emphasized today. Preserving them protects those early northeastern genetics. Across the Atlantic, in Wales, lives one of the rarest cattle breeds in the world, the Venal. White-bodied with dark ears and nose, these cattle descend from ancient British parkland herds. There are believed to be fewer than 150 animals left. Their population is so small that every birth matters. They represent old British cattle genetics from before modern commercial breeding reshaped the industry. If they disappear, those genetics disappear with them forever. Now let's move to Turkey. The Anatolian black is small, tough, and incredibly heat-tolerant. These cattle evolved in dry, rugged landscapes where survival wasn't easy. They carry both Bos taurus and Bos indicus influences, giving them adaptability to harsh climates. But crossbreeding with commercial cattle has reduced their pure numbers. And with climate change bringing hotter, drier conditions worldwide, losing heat-adapted breeds like this could be a serious mistake. If Anatolian blacks handle heat, Yakutian cattle handle extreme cold. These cattle survive in Siberia, where winter temperatures drop below -40 degrees. They grow thick winter coats and can graze under snow. Most commercial breeds couldn't survive there without heavy protection. Yakutians developed natural cold resistance over centuries. Their genetics may hold keys to climate resilience in northern regions, and that's something modern agriculture cannot afford to lose. High in the Alps, another rare breed quietly survives. The Pustertaler Sprintzen, recognized by their striking spotted pattern. These cattle were once common mountain dairy animals. They are strong climbers and efficient on steep pasture, but as industrial dairy farming expanded, many local mountain breeds declined. These cattle carry valuable alpine adaptation genetics, something crucial for farmers working in rugged terrain. In Sweden, a rediscovered native breed called the Veneco represents ancient Scandinavian cattle. Small-framed and horned, these cattle are part of Sweden's indigenous Allmogakor group. They survived in isolated farms for generations before being officially recognized again. They're efficient grazers and well-adapted to Nordic conditions. Their importance? They preserve original Northern European cattle genetics that nearly vanished during industrial breeding expansion. This breed is impossible to ignore, black or sometimes red, with a bright white belt around its middle. The Dutch Belted was once a popular dairy cow. But over time, high-output commercial breeds replaced it. Now, it's listed as critical by conservation groups. Beyond its beautiful appearance, it carries rare color genetics and strong pasture-based dairy traits. Losing it would mean losing both biodiversity and cultural farming history. Finally, we come to the white-bred shorthorn. This traditional British beef line was selected for its white coat and moderate frame. Unlike heavily commercial shorthorns today, the white-bred line kept its original traits. It contributes genetic diversity within the broader shorthorn family, and diversity within a breed can be just as important as diversity between breeds. So what do all these cattle have in common? They survived harsh winters, hot deserts, mountain slopes, poor pasture. They were shaped by real environmental pressure, not just production targets. Today, modern agriculture depends heavily on a small number of highly selected breeds. But when genetics becomes narrow, risk increases: disease risk, climate risk, feed cost risk. Rare breeds are like insurance policies for the future of farming, because once a breed disappears, there's no bringing it back. If you believe genetic diversity matters in agriculture, share this video, because sometimes the most important cattle in the world are the ones most people have never heard of. Follow for more deep dives into rare and resilient livestock.